Hello, I am Estefania Morantes and this is my reflective video for Character Plays and Simulation, Folio 1. Week 1 Observation. In response to the theme of observation, I made an interactive piece that shows how our day-to-day lives share similarities with the past, based on Cook's cottage in Fitzroy Gardens, using Figma as an interactive platform. By allowing the player to travel back and forth between the two illustrations, I showed the resemblance between the two timelines, being able to see the similarities that we share with our ancestors and how we have not changed some of our beloved activities, for example, sharing the table with our family and playing cards. Similar work has been produced by Joshua Flint, whose oil-on-canvas paintings explore the theme by blending space and time, creating surrealistic works, making all the objects and characters feel like they belong together. Another example has been produced by Cahen Whiteley, whose work La Roya Duchess explores this theme by mirroring Charles First at the Hunt by Anthony Van Dyck, taking inspiration from this reference and creating a new painting from their own perspective. Week 2 Tinkering. In response to the theme of tinkering as a method, I produced a short animation and sketches using motion graphic techniques and markers. By synchronizing the animation of the shapes to the music, I showed visually the effect of music on us, how we could externalize how we feel the beat, the voice, and the rhythm of our favorite songs. Similar work has been produced by Will Taylor, whose work What Does Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter Look Like explores how music and the mood of a song can be portrayed visually by creating motion graphics animations with contrasting and bright color palettes, using different shapes and animating the movement speed to go along the song. Another reference has been produced by Mengi Xiao, whose work Shape to Music explores how music with a strong beat inspired her to tell the story of a planet and how it changes using motion graphic techniques. Week 3 Found Objects. In response to the theme of found objects, I produced an interactive piece using illustration techniques and some actions on Google Slides. By illustrating a colorful fantasy world and assigning sounds to specific PNGs, I showed how a child could imagine what's happening in the pencil box when they are not using it. Similar work has been produced by Disney Pixar, whose work Toy Story explores this theme by using the premise, what are the toys doing when we are not playing with them? This opens the door to infinite opportunities. In this case, what is a pencil box doing during recess? We could also do what is a superfood market thinking when the market closes, and so on. Other similar work has been produced by Troublemaker Studios, whose works Spy Kids or Shark Boy and Lava Girl explore this theme of imagination by creating fantastical creatures, environments, props, and their use of CGI, making their movies feel like a dream, especially for Shark Boy and Lava Girl, where this approach is actually an important part of the plot. Meanwhile, for Spy Kids, this gave them the freedom to produce the movie with unbelievable scenes, tools, and monsters, which is a big part of why this movie is so memorable. Week 4 Discussion of Plays. In response to the theme of plays, I made a short 2D animation using illustration and video editing techniques. By connecting a song and a pose per scene and the order in which they are presented, plus the ladybugs coming in and out of the frame, I showed the passage of time through some of the phases that have marked important periods of my life. Similar work has been produced by Monica Moura, whose work Lapso explores the theme of passage of time and life stages by showing us segments of the life of a woman and how her life cycles asynchrony makes her feel disconnected from her loved ones. I found the way the characters leave their trace and grow older together to be so impacting. It really made me think of even though moments may pass, we still always remember them. Week 5 Object-Oriented Ontology. In response to the theme of Object-Oriented Ontology, OOO, I made a short animation about the private life of a carton of eggs using stop-motion techniques. By taking consecutive short videos of the eggs in different positions in the carton, I showed that eggs can have fun too. Making patterns by placing the eggs in different positions creates the illusion of movement. For the illusion of dance, I edited the videos forming a pattern that follows the beat of the song. The first scene of opening the carton of eggs shows a glimpse of their life before the carton was opened, and the final scene, when a human takes one egg and breaks it, shows them coming back to their intended purpose, being eaten. taken. Similar work has been produced by Stephen Hillenburg, whose work Jellyfish Jam from SpongeBob SquarePants explores this theme by showing the jellyfish having fun in a party and dancing with the music, which is something that rarely happens throughout the show. How the jellyfish and SpongeBob can take different shapes and adapt is an interesting visual reference. Another reference is this video by Abir Forsat Squatch, submitted in the subreddit r The Randomness, which explores the theme by capturing the natural movement of objects and how it can be perceived by the viewer if the objects were dancing to the music. And for a conclusion, I found that a lot of my work was inspired by my personal experience. While this may make my projects more relatable, from now on I aim to build a more objective point of view in the future. I'm interested in exploring concepts from different viewpoints. I believe this will challenge me to build a larger pool of references for later projects. My favorite project so far is Week 3 Found Objects Pencil Case. This is a great example of this approach. By looking at the pencil box from a child's perspective and combining varied concepts with a hand-drawn notebook art style and various related sound effects assets, I achieve a product that delivers the message in a fun way. This process of assigning new meaning to familiar objects was a great creative exercise. In future projects, I'll keep adding my personal touch while aiming for more objectivity by looking for references and projects outside of my comfort zone, mainstream media. My goal is to develop pieces that will stand on their own as independent projects while still reflecting my artistic roots. Thank you.